pitch, doing fantastic plays all over. But it really makes sense on how this Gale Force team is able to do it. I was watching them all day yesterday, and how their style of how they're able to keep that pressure, something has to be said about their boost management. There's something about this team when they move upfield where every single player has at least 75 boost or above almost every single time.
Honestly, at times we look at it as analysts, and it still doesn't make sense. You can watch it numerous times, but their positioning, their boost management, everything is almost as good as it possibly can be. And for Method, a solution has to be found here because that was a pretty dominant game.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones that we've seen in this entire series. Obviously, these guys going back and forth every single time, able to make those adjustments they need to. But Gale Force is really starting to find their pace, reading these passes, shutting down Method's primary mode of attack, which is a quick clear up to the top, right? And then a shot back in. So it does look like they are feeling comfortable as well.
They look happy.
Throwing a couple signs here and there, having a good time.
They're going to need to be...
Sweaty palms, though.
Oh, everyone's a sweaty try-hard here. That's how you make it into the RLCS. You see on the other side, Method. On the other side of the pitch, on the other side of the stage as well, need to bounce back. It is game point, it is match point, I should say, for Gale Force, looking to book their spot in the grand finals.
Turbopulsa is just hoping to repeat that title, but Method in their way, not going to make it easy. Getting a demo, allowing them to clear it upfield, but Turbopulsa there to meet it immediately. Drops down, pass plays, one touches, anything Method can do to get past this defense. The pressure is on.
Turbopulsa now can long clear, looking for K-Dot. K-Dot will actually get the set. Is there going to be any follow-up? Method looking shaky to start off this match. And K-Dot is going to have the opportunity just to have a little sniff at the ball, which was taken away from him.
There was an opportunity there. You saw K-Dot go for that bump on that last defender. Just nobody in the midfield going for it. But again, a last-second save. These guys sweeping across, every touch just on point.
Method look like they're still playing the last 2 minutes of the last game. The demo, hugely critical from Turbopulsa, will not allow a follow-up. As Method were lurking the first time they've managed to mechanically succeed with one of their plays in this game. That's Norris pounding the ball off the backboard, but it will line up straight for K-Dot. Back and forth so far, a lot. Just wants to push this straight down. He did have Metanaris coming in from the side. Both of these teams, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but very good of utilizing ball cam and player awareness. They always come in from the blind spot and take it away when you think that you're comfortably going to get the ball.
It's also one of those situations of the communication. Obviously, these guys have been working on it a lot, which is that subtle...
Is that an open net? That's an open net! Turbopulsa, first goal coming out of nowhere, and Method just drop.
It's because of that pass play, again, that unselfish thing you were talking about, just the awareness of their teammates. Rather than K-Dot going direct, he passes it back to Turbo, and it completely draws out that last defender, just goes flying by, and it leaves a wide open shot. Just over a minute and a half in game at number 6. Gale Force trying to put him away. Still plenty of time for Method.
Momentum on the side of Gale Force in a game that Method must win. Flick over the top of it. What we Turbopulsa up first. He's actually put that straight down to a lot. Who could have potentially tried to take that ball under his control and then went for some plays. But it seems like Method are just happy to layer shot after shot at Gale Force and see whether or not the armor will break.
Well, it's only a matter of time if they keep playing aggressive like that, just bullying people off the ball. Turbo and K-Dot working great as a duo upfield and in a wide open situation. K-Dot takes his time, misses the shot. But the ability to slow it down, even in moments like this, so dangerous.
I feel like he could have put up to a 2-goal lead there. Just taking the early shot. Metanaris will go coast to coast and tie us up.
K-Dot trying to let that one go. It's difficult after a situation, like you said, it could have been 2-0, but immediately, in credit to Method, to bring that back downfield and tied up at halftime.
Did a lot have much to do with that there? Was he looking at a lot and maybe thinking it was in, or did he already know he's not going to get to that? He just couldn't get to it at all.
It's just one of those things that's hard to tell with these guys.
Oh, wow.
Another mistake, Magnus, and immediately being down 1-0 is now up 2-1.
It was a mistake, but it was a forced one. Metanaris bouncing all over him with the Goomba Stomp. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Rocket League is coming to the Switch. And that is what it takes to put Method back in the lead. You already know me, Lawler. I'm a great sellout. A lot's been taking lessons. Metanaris gets to that ball just in time. That would have been the worst situation for Method to take. A great play to bring themselves back into the lead, and to drop it that quickly would have been heartbreaking. Another shot, a lot, tries to dive straight down, but cannot quite do it. I think he caught himself on the ceiling.
Yeah, a lot had to make that a first initial touch, and he landed on the wall to give himself the ability to do a jump reset. Just the placement from K-Dop, getting right past him. A little bit of difficulty from Lot, all tied up again, but I don't expect anything else out of these two teams.
Gale Force do not want to see Game 7. They want it finished right here, right now. Go backstage and relax as they watch their potential rivals battle it out. But there's another big demo. Magnus needs to try and get around, but Violent Panda, the only part of RNG in Rocket League is where you spawn, and he spawns in the perfect spot.
It's one of those things these guys have to have on their mind. We've never really had a team drop down from the winners finals and make it bad. So they're trying to avoid that at all costs.
Now Metza cannot quite get it past K-Dop. He looks for another challenge win, and he has done so, setting up a Violent Panda. Soft touch from him as he tries to get a double touch, and he has succeeded. There will be no follow-up. Player behind him, just waiting to see whether or not the Method team would have actually won, but instead it was Violent Panda who is back in yet again. Well, I talked about it a second ago, but he is the fastest rotation I've ever seen.
Oh, Lot trying to get in the way to create an opportunity for his team. It bounces out and played immediately back to him. But they decide to back off, give the possession away to Gale Force. Try to come another day. As this team really starting to aggress these initial touches. Makes it difficult for Gale Force to boost up and get out. And there it is again, just staying at that midfield, waiting for an opportunity.
Okay, that's caught out. Follow-up from Metanaris is taken away by Turbo Pulsar. Very heads-up play from last season's world champion, spotting the mistake and reacting immediately. Now to the other end of the pitch, Method are trying to get the ball out of their half, but Violent Panda one touch. He hasn't got the boost for the follow-up, so it will be Magnus by himself. He's got Gale Force members to his left and his right. There were no good options there for him, but he still managed to play the ball out by himself. Now Violent Panda flicks it on. It's going to be an awkward area. I think if there was any part of the wall that you want that ball to touch, it was not there. Ends up dropping straight down for Method to take control of the ball. Now we're into the other end of the field. Violent Panda, another long clear. Sets it up for Magnus, who doesn't get the greatest contact. Too low boost as well to try and follow up for a second touch. And with 8 seconds remaining, all tied up. It is all to play for in this series. As if it touches the floor, we will head into overtime. It looks like we will. Everything on the line. Method must score here, otherwise Gale Force will win and head on in the bracket.
Third overtime for this series. First one going to Method, second one going to Gale Force. But coming down to just individual plays from both.
There's a lot. Good flick on. He's only got one more player to beat, but that player is K-Dop, and K-Dop has got way more boost. Still a setup though. Drop straight down. Here comes Metsunaris, but it's taken away. And a lot straight up to Magnus. Method want that goal. They want it right now. But Turbo, with a crucial touch, gets it back into midfield. Double players committed from Method. That might just drop their offensive siege, and it does. Now K-Dop one-on-one against Magnus, and Metsunaris, big demo, forces his way through the car.
Crucial play to stop that momentum, but it's not over yet. You see Gale Force trying anything to make these plays happen. Violent Panda making the correct decision to slow it down, but Turbo Pulsar shot on net, drawing another defender out. Two committing, dangerous potential.
Magnus and Metsunaris are constantly committing. Yet another double commit. Follow-up comes in off the crossbar. Still nothing to separate these teams. 1 minute of overtime played, and still Gale Force in the offensive, refusing to go away. Follow-up from Violent Panda is going to go off the backboard. The follow-up is not there as Metsunaris flicks it up high. And finally, mercifully, Method have it out of their half.
Finally a chance to breathe, and you're going to see the passive play style really come out as two players committing for that and actually make a mistake. 1-on-3 situation here for Mets. Gets the boost, buys some time, doing anything he can to help out his team.
Another double commit, once again from Method. They have to finish this off soon. I'm not too sure they can handle the pressure if this continues. Shot from Magnus, two players committed from Gale Force. The pressure is on for everybody as Metsunaris is beat huge, but Magnus will be back. Not a second to breathe for anybody on the pitch as Magnus with yet another clear into the body of K-Dop, follow up from Nolot. Just going to push it straight into Turbo Pulsar as he wanted to get a block. Not quite there, and now Violent Panda bullying the Method defense as Magnus will finally get back in. He's on 45 boost, and he does get the play. Well done to get himself back into the rotation as quickly as possible. A lot with the shot, but it's not on target.
Still opportunities for
that is huge.
A As the play goes in front of the net, barely saved again. These guys just putting on pressure, no remorse for the consequences that are to come. As Gale Force trying to give themselves a piece of that $55,000, bringing on to the grand finals.
These players are thinking of the consequences, though, Lola. The consequence is the positive one. A spot in our grand finals. Nobody is thinking about losing right now. Everyone is thinking about how to pick up the win. Now, Metsinaris will have to try and rotate back. Two players committed. Violent Panda has the ball taken away by Turbopulsar. Usually this sort of play that Gale Force do pull off very well. Metsinaris into the corner, looking to take out Turbo. Instead, here's going to be the pass. Does wait. And Violent Panda, with the ball away, will head over to Turbo, who flicks it up high. Oh my goodness, Lord. 3 minutes of overtime played. And I am shaking. I have no idea how these players are able to maintain such a high level of play for such a long time. But they are doing it, and Method wants to finish it a big clear. But still, the brain works along with the hands. Rotating correctly, there is someone back.
All it usually comes down to is one mistake, but neither of these teams wanting it to be them. As the ball plays into Gale Force side, K-Dot playing that into the middle, throwing away possession immediately. Method steals it back and it plays back down to their end.
I said when we got started here, I didn't think Method could play well if this continued on, but they've actually thrown into this overtime, looking like the dominant team. Need to ensure they do not overcommit. Violent Panda once again up high. He seems yet again to constantly have full boost, always there to prevent the options for Method, who are still in offense. Double touch there from Metsinaris. A lot comes in, taps it straight down, but there will never be a third man right there. There is too much on the line to have a third man right there, overcommitting. And now a lot, and Metsinaris, they'll be glad that it's got over to Magnus, who just couldn't quite get contact. Mistakes coming out even from Violent Panda. As here's an opportunity, long ball played. K-Dot, one-on-one. Does get a touch. But a lot has got time to turn around. I don't think he's got any boost though. Will be beat to the ball. Turbopulsar once again into the corner. Gale Force know that Method are out of everything. They're going to play around it as such. An opportunity for Gale, but he got to the ball too early. Cannot turn the ball in. We are rattling towards 5 minutes of overtime, and still 2 goals to 2.
Ball played up into the corner, immediately cleared out again. These teams trying to get it off their side as quickly as possible. Gale Force trying to pressure you. Turbo also with a pass opportunity out to his teammate over to Violent Panda, who misses. Someone who's been on point all game, but a lot able to transition that down.
Who will be the star? Who will be the one player to step up and crack this series, crack this game? But Turbopulsar now almost gets that. He's actually forced a lot of players from Method to jump. We have now gone over 5 minutes of overtime. Metsinaris into the corner. Usually when we get these long overtimes, it is so slow paced, but it has been anything but here. Violent Panda, early shot from him. Maybe showing some of those jitters as now K-Dot has to try and get back, knowing Magnus is behind him. But usually we'd see Gale Force trying to go for a 1-2 tap back right there. Violent Panda, he just wants the ball in the net.
Saw K-Dop and another player from Method fighting in the corner of Gale Force, which actually heavily favors this Gale Force team as the ball pinches across the front of the net. Both teams putting all their effort into this one. If Method wins, it makes you kind of think, like, what happens in the next match? Is that enough? Like, what
happens in the next match? We continue to have great Rocket League, a lot. Just gets it to the other side. Violent Panda will have plenty of time to try and control. He goes for a pinch instead. Attempts to go for demos as well. Very heads-up play. K-Dot by himself puts it up high. Not quite there. Here's Turbopulsar with a follow-up. Now here comes Violent Panda. Method control well. Now they can break to the other end. Just too slow though. Gale Force not committing enough boost where they be completely out of position.
We're within 1 minute of the all-time RLCS record. 7 minutes and 17 seconds by Flipside and Mocket. Season 2 World Finals. These guys just trying to find anything. Any sort of
there's the pass, that's the goal! There is the difference maker! Method trust one another, and it is a Method-style passing play that will give them the win. Lola, Game 7!
Did you expect anything else to end that game?